I'm Mr. Stefan Villalba. I'm a senior consultant and blood microscopist at Batson and Associate. I'm also a certified phlebotomist and medical laboratory assistant. Now at Batson and Associates, we offer a number of services. We treat persons with many different ailments. We are tailored with natural and integrative medicines to rectify and regenerate persons' health conditions. Some of the services that we offer at Batson Associates, one of them is called an MRA scan.
So the client will actually be holding this non-invasive device in their hand, and what this device will be doing, it will actually light up and pick up frequencies of all the organs in the body, the kidney, the liver, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, as well as the cranial function from the brain, as well as the nerves and so forth. So this device definitely does give you an indicator of what you need to work on directly in your health. When the client holds this device, it is harmless, it doesn't cause any pain or discomfort. We're gonna start the process right now. So the client is holding it very firmly. So what we notice in here, the first analysis report card is the cardiovascular and cerebrovascular report card. So cardiovascular report card is circulation below the neck, right? And cerebrovascular is above the neck, specifically towards the brain and the eyes. Now, firstly, we see it here that the cholesterol crystal is supposed to have a range of 56 to 67. The client actually has more than what it's supposed to have, right? It is actually have 70 actual measurement value. So what this is indicating to us, the client actually has a bit of cholesterol in their body. We also notice in here that the client, his coronary perfusion pressure, so direct pressure coming from his heart, could be a lot better.
Our second service is a live blood analysis, which is where I take a capillary sample of blood from the finger, which you will see on a television screen, so we can then identify if there's any circulatory issues, any hormonal related problems, if you have any challenges in terms of your blood count, as well as any problems with cholesterol, etc. We also offer a service called foot detox, which is where you place your both feet in a foot spa, and there's negatively and positively charged ions that removes toxicity from the base of the feet to give us a clear indication as well as to what area of the body has detoxified from, in addition to. There's many different diseases that we treat at Batson and Associates. Some of those diseases are anemia, high cholesterol, hypertension, diabetes, prostate enlargement, female reproductive issues, as well as headaches, arthritis, etc., just to name a few. Today, I want to speak to you particularly about female reproductive issues as it relates to hormonal imbalance. Now, what is an hormonal imbalance? A hormonal imbalance practically is an imbalance in the chemical system of the human body of a female and male as well. And it starts in the pituitary gland, in the anterior wall of the pituitary gland actually, that secretes directly to the ovaries to give maturity to the egg. Now a female which has high estrogen and progesterone, if a female estrogen levels is elevated and the progesterone levels is lower, the egg will not have that maturity. So the brain will detect that and not allow the egg to be released on the lining of the uterus. The progesterone levels and estrogen levels has to be regulated to give proper maturity to the egg. In addition to that, other challenges may occur if a female has high estrogen levels as well. Things like endometriosis, adenomyosis. Female could also have things like fibroids, which is a benign growth in the uterus as well. And depending on where the fibroid is located, the female could also experience excessive bleedings, which can in return cause that female to become anemic as well. At Batson and Associates, we have specific herbal supplements tailored to treat those particular issues that females may have challenges with at this particular time. A lot of females today, they have a lot of issues, not only from a dietary perspective, but also from a stress factor as well, which we will treat going forward at Batson Associates. At Batson Associates, we have many different supplements to treat the issues and ailments, and today I specifically want to highlight our female reproductive products, which is our Uterine Plus and Women's Formula. Now, the Uterine Plus is tailored to decrease and disintegrate fibroid issues in a female, as well as the Women's Formula helps to regulate and stabilize the female progesterone and estrogen level as well. So that female can now have the ability to conceive again. The female could also have proper menstrual secretion without any excessive pains or any discomfort to that sort. So what is hormonal imbalance? Hormonal imbalance is practically where there is chemicals not being stabilized in the human body that is controlled by the endocrine system. Now, in the anterior wall of the pituitary gland, in a female, there's two hormones that is secreted, which is FSH and LH. FSH is follicle stimulating hormone, LH is luteinizing hormone. So those two hormones or chemicals are secreted into the female reproductive system in the ovaries, which is where the egg is matured. Now, if a female has a poor diet, if a female is highly stressed, if a female isn't doing any exercise or physical activity, or using any stuff that has a lot of chemicals that could affect her natural hormonal status, it is going to cause some negativities in terms of her estrogen and progesterone levels. Now, progesterone is a hormone that is responsible for the development of a female in terms of pregnancy, as well as estrogen governs the menstrual cycle. But the both hormones has to be regulated in order for the egg to gain maturity. If the estrogen levels is elevating too high, what is going to happen is a number of negativities is going to start taking place in the female reproductive system. For example, PCOS or polycystic ovaries, which is one of the conditions we see a lot of patients come into Batson Associates with. Polycystic ovaries is practically where the estrogen levels is elevating, and followed by that, the body naturally goes into survival mode here. So the body then starts to secrete androgens, which is testosterone, which is a male hormone. And because of that, the female now starts to experience male characteristics, like excessive hair growth, facial hair, some male characteristics as well, deepening of the voice, and also acne could appear on the surface of the skin as well. Insulin will then be secreted to try and stabilize that androgen and estrogen levels naturally, but insulin is a storage hormone. But be very mindful, if the female is also engaging in consuming a lot of sweet stuff, a lot of refined sugars from a poor dietary factor, it is also going to secrete a lot of insulin. And insulin, being a storage hormone, is going to allow adipose tissue or fatty tissue to develop on the female body as well, which is very challenging. Even if the female is doing exercise and physical activities, it is very challenging, and it could be very demotivating for that person because of weight gain in that perspective. All right. So at Batson Associates, we have tailored supplements, which is one of our supplements that we carry is the Uterine Plus, which is tailored to decrease any fibroid regeneration. It helps to disintegrate the fibroid, whereas our Women's Formula will help to regulate that estrogen and progesterone levels. Other issues that females may encounter from a hormonal perspective is fibroid, which is very common today, like we see from a lot of patients at Batson Associates. A fibroid is a benign growth, so it's non-cancerous. However, depending on the location of the fibroid, it can cause a lot of shedding of blood, and that female could also automatically become anemic as well. Adenomyosis, which is another factor or common issue that is taking place at this time, as well as endometriosis, which is thickening of the uterus lining that can cause a lot of pains and sensitivity for that female as well. This is our amazing product, Women's Formula, and it is used to treat female hormonal issues. A number of issues are, to name a few, polycystic ovaries. If a female has any issues in terms of menopause, any hot flashes, irritability, it gets rid of that issue as well. If a female has issues with a menstrual cycle in particular, missing any of a menstrual cycle, having a lot of pains and discomfort via that menstrual cycle period, the Women's Formula is used to rectify all of those problems. Now, at this particular time, our Women's Formula is on special, so you can get it at the cost of $300 at a promotion at this time, feel free to visit us at Batson Associates to do a consultation with us so we can then specifically recommend accordingly based on the issues that you may have or any other challenges that you may have as well that could be rectified. Our second product I would love to introduce to you is our Uterine Plus. And this product is a chill product that is tailored to treat issues like fibroids, any ovarian cysts. It helps to disintegrate the fibroid. So when your hormones are being balanced again, the fibroid will not have any excessive estrogen for any growth going forward in prevention of any hysterectomies or any myomectomies, etc. I would also like to inform you all about our amazing promotion at this time. On the 8th of May, we have a National Women's Day, and females on that particular day will get 15% off on all of our services. For moms, we also have our Mother's Day promotion, where 3 lucky mothers has the opportunity to get our testing package for free, which is at a cost of $1,000 each. And to our senior citizens, we haven't forgotten you all. We are offering a free MRA scan with every consultation on the 29th of May. And finally, I would like to tell you about our 3-day health symposium in Tobago, starting from the 30th of May to the 1st of June. Feel free to contact our Tobago branch, which is 226-4553 or 312-4248. Or you can also contact our head office in Chaguanas, which is 314-9975 or 222-8261. And remember to visit Batson Associates on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.